Today we are going to be working through Halstead's Beaded Bracelet Kit. So what it comes with is almost everything you need to make 3 7-inch beaded bracelets. It comes with a variety of different size beads. We've got 3, 4, and 5 millimeter beads. We've also got some lobster clasps, some crimps and crimp covers, which will finish off that crimp in a super professional way, some jump rings, and some thimbles. So all of that is included in the kit. The only thing that you will need to add on is the soft touch beading wire. That just comes separately, but super easy to grab it from Halstead's website. The tools that we're going to be working with today are super simple also. A great introductory to making jewelry because it doesn't require a lot of specialized tools. We're going to start with 2 pairs of flat pliers. You can get the chain nose ones, which are super pointy, or just general flat ones as long as they're flat and smooth on the inside. We're going to be working with a pair of snips for cutting our beading wire, as well as a pair of crimp pliers, which are great for those crimp covers and crimps. We're also going to want to have a ruler on hand just for measuring our bracelets. All right, so these are some examples of bracelets that I made with the beads from this kit, and we're going to work through one of them together so that you know how to make them from start to finish, and then you can get into the fun part of patterns and all that jazz once you know the basics. So the average size clasped bracelet is going to be about 7 inches. You're obviously going to encounter people with smaller and larger wrists, but that's about the average size. And when you're sizing out bracelets, all it is tip to tail is 7 inches. So we'll just pull out my ruler and we're right at 7 inches. So this kit comes with 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter, and 5 millimeter round sterling silver bead. One thing to keep in mind when you're working and attempting to reach a certain length at the end is how many beads are you going to need per inch of bracelet. For the beads included in this kit, our 3 millimeter beads, you're going to want about 10 beads per inch. For our 4 millimeter beads, you're going to want about 8 beads per inch. And for our 5 millimeter beads, you're going to want about 5 beads per inch. And this will help you plan out how long your bracelet will be at the end instead of having to string all those beads on and possibly take them off, especially if you're working with a pattern. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to demonstrate just this simple plain 4 millimeter beaded bracelet, and I'm going to work with about 45 beads because our clasp is also going to add a little bit of length, so you're going to want to keep that in consideration as well. I have laid out all my supplies in this little beaded tray. I've got all my beads here, and then I've also pulled out 2 thimbles, 2 crimps, 2 crimp covers, a clasp, and a jump ring. And I've got my beading cable as well. And I'm going to make sure to give myself more than I need. I'll probably cut myself about 1 foot for a 7-inch bracelet, just because I like to have the flexibility of having a little extra because we do double back that wire. And I'm just going to use my snips to snip that. All right, the first thing that I'm going to do is create an anchor for all of my beads. I'm going to slide one of my crimp tubes on, And then I'm going to slide it through my thimble. And what the thimble does is it prevents whatever attached through that little loop that you're making from wearing down the wire. So I'm going to slide, I slid my crimp on, and I'm going to slide through one side of the cable, and I'm going to wrap it all the way around and go back through that crimp. All right, so I've got my cable on and my crimp, and the wire is doubled back through both of them. Now I want to pinch this thimble closed a little bit so that those ends meet. And I'm going to do that with one pair of my flat nose pliers. Just a really gentle squeeze, just so that it's a little bit tighter there at the base so it comes into my crimp a little bit more evenly. And then I've just pulled it up so that the beading wire is snug with the top of the thimble. And the next thing that we need to do is secure that crimp. And I'm going to use my crimp pliers for that. My crimp pliers have two different sections. They've got the front section, which is two curved pieces on each jaw, and then the back section, which is one curved piece and then one piece that has a little ridge in it. And what that ridge is going to do when we squeeze it around our crimp is it's going to basically create two chambers in our crimp, one for each wire. So it's important that when you have those wires going through that crimp, you have them working parallel to each other and you don't want them crossing. So I'm just going to make sure that my wires are parallel, and I'm going to come into that back part of my crimp pliers, the second area of that jaw, and I'm going to give that a good squeeze right over that crimp. So that's squeezed that, and now this isn't going anywhere, it's not going to come off. And I'm going to take the first part of my crimp pliers and I'm going to fold that crimp in half. So I'm just going to give it a good squeeze with that front part, and that folds that crimp in half and preps it for a crimp cover. And what my crimp cover is going to do is it's just going to finish off that crimp really nice and professionally and basically make it look like a bead. So I'm going to grab my crimp cover gently in the front part of my crimp pliers. I'll slide it over that crimp, and I'm just going to gently squeeze it until those edges match up and it's completely closed. And now you can see that that looks super nice. It looks just like a bead right now, which is awesome. If you want to, you can trim this tail now and trim it super close, or you can just slide your beads right on it and cover that tail up, whichever you prefer. I'm going to trim it right now just so that it is out of my way. When you're doing this, make sure to trim the short piece, not the long piece. And I just used my snips and butted it right up against that crimp. And now we'll start beading. All right, so I'm just sliding on my last bead. And now we've got our full length. It's a good idea just to double check your length right now with your ruler before you go ahead and finish that bracelet up. All right now I'm at about 6.5. So that's pretty good. Once I add the clasp, the other cable cover, that thimble, and my jump ring, we should hit 7, no problem. Our next thing that we're going to do is slide on our second crimp bead and our second thimble. We're going to slide through one side of that thimble, wrap it around, and come back through our crimp bead a second time. And this is why I like to cut my beading wire a little bit long, because it just allows me a lot of flexibility in doing this double back, that I'm not worried about anything falling off or anything like that. It's just that little extra room to make it easier. All right, so we've got that double backed, and I'm gonna do that same thing to our thimble with our pair of flat nose pliers. Is just give it a little bit of a squeeze so that those ends are a little bit closer together. So I'm going to slide both of them down first, and then I'll pull my cable through. And it's nice to give yourself, you don't really want any visible cable between that crimp and that last bead, but you don't want it to be super tight that there's not a lot of flexibility in your bracelet. So just pushing those guys down, pulling the wire. I'm going to make sure that my wires are not crossed inside of my crimp, which can be a little tricky on this side, but you'll get the hang of it. And in that second part of my crimp plier jaw, I'm going to give it a squeeze. So pop that crimp in and give it a good squeeze. And so what that's done is that's put that line down the middle, and now I'm going to use the front part and fold it in half. All right. Now on this second side, what I like to do now is I like to trim my excess wire now before I put that crimp cover on, just to make sure that I'm trimming the right one and there's less going on. It makes it a little bit easier. So just exposing that tail, I'll come in with my snips. I like to put the flat side against my crimp and give it a snip. I'll grab that second crimp cover in the front part of my crimp pliers, slide it over that crimp bead, and give it a little bit of a squeeze. All right, so that's covering it. All right, so we're over, and I'm just gonna give that a little squeeze to close up that seam on our crimp cover. And you can see now with our bracelet almost entirely done that those crimps now with those crimp covers on look exactly like beads, so it blends them really seamlessly, which is awesome. We're going to use one jump ring to attach the clasp to one side, and we'll use the other jump ring to hook into when it's done. So this is where I'm going to use both pairs of flat nose pliers. I'm going to grab that jump ring on either side of the opening, and I'm just going to twist those ends away from each other so they kind of just brush past each other. I'll slide my clasp on and slide it onto one side of my bracelet. And when I close it up, I'm going to grab that side, and same way, except I'm just brushing them towards each other instead until they match up. And so now we'll take that second jump ring, pop it on the other side, and we are done. Brush those back past each other, close it up, and now we have a completed beaded bracelet. So now that you've got the basics down, this kit allows you to have some fun with your beads and start making fun different patterns with the different sizes. You can also mix in beads of your own. If you want to mix in some gemstone beads, you can do that, or purchase some gold filled or rose gold filled beads to have a mixed metal look going on. There's lots of options for making it your style now that you know the basics. If you are looking for more education, in-person classes are a great option. You can Google your location and beading classes or jewelry making classes and see what pops up for some of that further education. But we hope you learned some fun stuff and can't wait to see what kind of beaded bracelets you make with this kit. Thanks!